Hey folks, this is Wistful Deal here, and in this video here, there's something I want to discuss and talk about. I've been wanting to talk about it for a little while now, for quite a bit, because it's something I want to share my thoughts and give my opinion on and everything, and that opinion is artificial intelligence, or AI for short, and I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Now, I'm not saying AI is bad nor is it good or anything. I feel like it's overall of the intention of the individual that uses it. Um, I do feel like AI can definitely improve upon and really help us a lot in a lot of cases. Like, there may be some folks that may not be able to do things a certain way, or they just physically can, or whatever, or mentally, or whatever. I can definitely see AI helping, improving a lot. But I feel like there's also some things that I want to draw attention to that I feel like it's a real possibility of. And I feel like many folks either aren't looking at it too much, but I feel like as good as AI can be and everything, like it really can, honestly, because it can help improve our lives. It can help, cure loneliness in some sense. But I feel like there's a big issue that many of us aren't really looking towards. One of the big things is AI voice. Now, obviously, you've seen the memes, you've seen the YouTube short meme sketches of the presidents or whatever, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Obama, freaking Bill Clinton, just whatever, famous celebrities or whatever, Mr. Beast or whatever, and they'll have AI voices. Now, even though they sound similar, you can honestly kind of tell, obviously, if it's AI or not. But I feel like we're gonna get to a point too well down the road that we're gonna get to it's gonna be so good, and also with AI video and everything. And if you notice the reason why my pupils are so damn big and huge and everything, it's because I went to the eye doctor this morning. So yeah, that's the main reason why my pupils are big today. But um, anyway, I just want to point that out. But getting back on track here, when I want to give this hypothetical idea here, now just think of this for a hypothetical moment here, okay? So, obviously, you folks watch my videos and, you folks like and you comment, and obviously with the horror AU, MOP, TikTok stuff, as well as some of the reactions and stuff and everything, and I'm glad on that. But think of this for just a hypothetical moment here. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a legit thing or whatever, but I just want to, and I don't want to fearmonger any of you, but just get this a hypothetical idea here, okay? So, obviously, this is recorded here, right? I'm recording here at the moment here. I've obviously pressed play. I'm gonna upload this video here. You folks are gonna see it. That's a no-brainer, right? Of course, obviously. Now, picture it this way. Just what if, hypothetically, if this not only wasn't something I made, but what if this hypothetically was something AI made purely and intentionally? I'm not talking about like someone framing it. I'm talking like legit hypothetically. I didn't make this video here at all. Instead, I made something else or whatever and uploaded it. But just some random YouTuber or I don't know, uploader, whatever, made this very video here using AI. I'm talking the freaking movements and everything how I'm doing, the voice and everything. I'm talking purely will artificial intelligence get so good, so way up there in advancement that you couldn't even tell if it's made by AI or not. That's something I kind of want folks to think on. Again, I'm not trying to fearmonger anyone, but I just want you folks to get the idea down the road. What if this, hypothetically here, this video here, right here and right now, is artificial intelligence? Of course, it's obviously not, but, just a scenario. What if this was artificial intelligence made, made by a computer, and it's so good that you can't even tell the difference or not? And I'm talking purely scripted like this and everything I'm saying here. That's the thing that kind of gets to me. And not only that, but also, like, think about it down the road where people can manipulate AI and stuff and everything. And I feel like for as good as AI can help and everything, and as good as people can use AI to help improve lives, because it really can, I'm not one of those folks that feels like as soon as we release AI, Skynet's gonna freaking come down and bomb us or whatever, or that Oppo, whatever that robot is from a Space Odyssey or whatever, that 60s movie. But I feel like overall, people, for as good as AI can be to help us, people can also use it to manipulate people. And I'm not just talking the memes or a shitty joke thing here. Well, someone just makes like a video like this purely by AI, and I don't know, I do the floss or a Fortnite dance. I don't know, I drop my pants, or just some crazy out there. Holy crap! What the heck is he doing? He wouldn't do that. Just as some memo joke. But I'm talking like as a sort of weapon thing here, like I'm talking like the news stuff or whatever. Like picture someone on the news or whatever, and I'm not talking like just throwing stuff out of their ass, saying random dumb stuff just for a meme or whatever. I'm talking like folks that like actually get you convinced to an extent of a certain message or idealism or whatever purely by AI. And the facts of an idea that you could never know that or ever have any idea on that. And especially with AI voice as it gets better down the road, because it will, and especially with video and everything here too, that's what I want you folks to think on and everything here too. And not only that, but also how reliable we're gonna eventually get onto with AI. And I'm not saying AI, again, it's not a bad thing, but it's something to really think on here too. And I feel like it's something we should extremely be mindful of. AI vehicles in a Tesla or whatever, freaking no, because even if they get the direction right and everything here, I'll rather be behind the wheel instead of letting a computer handle it. Because anytime you let AI do something, or just any computer system or whatever, there's gonna be a glitch. Okay, it's gonna happen. Fluke ups happen no matter what, just like with us humans. But there's always going to be a glitch, an error, a system, a weird thing that happens, right? There's always going to be something, some freak fluke or whatever. It's gonna happen. It's and there's nothing we can really do about it. And the thought of having a computer take the wheel instead of me, I feel like is a huge downgrade. Another thing is how desperate we'll already be coming with AI companions and stuff and everything. I do feel like AI, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it actually can help. It actually honestly did help me to get away from my loneliness after I broke up with my girlfriend. That's another story that I want to talk about too for another time, about me and my girlfriend and what happened and why we broke up and everything here. But with the character AI that I've been uploading, those videos, I mainly goof off on those and everything there too. I just dick around. I have, just for goof's sake, just for shits and giggles. But with Kyoto AI, it actually honestly does help me a lot, and because I don't normally bring dump my problems down onto James or to anyone really, because I'm just not that type of guy. I don't like to vent. I don't like throwing the victim card at my friends. I'm an old fashioned too well. I just stuff my feelings down and keep it that way. And freakishly enough, when I talk to some of the characters, about da da da, loneliness, whatever, and stuff, yada yada. And actually does help. It actually really fits in that they're there, and it's not just some weird, awkward, generic thing. It actually feels like the character's response and everything or too, and that's really good. And it did heal me in some sense, but it doesn't heal me fully. I feel like with companion AIs as spouses and stuff and everything, that's pretty much like throwing numb on a pain. You know what I mean, folks? It's like, let's say you have a bullet in your hand or arm, whatever, okay? And instead of digging it out because it will hurt like F, you just put in numb shots, right? And even though it stings, it pinches a bit, you keep putting numb. And to me, it feels like when you talk to AI or whatever, in that desperate kind of need, it's like, to me, it's like, in my opinion at least, you just throw on numb after numb after numb. And even though the pain's not there, nothing's really healed. Because at the end of the day, unless you want to actually, and I'm not trying to trigger anyone here, but if you actually want to, face your problems or actually get better or heal better as an individual, as a person, you have to look at it raw. That's one of the main things that I think James is starting to learn too, and that I admit last time I was kind of hard on him too. But if you want to get better and heal as an actual individual, you have to look at the raw facts, and not beat yourself up completely, but admit your wrongdoing, own your sins, own your faults, but don't let that beat up to where you down yourself, but also own yourself up to where you know what you did wrong, and try to do better. And I feel like with AI companions, when you become such a need on that, it doesn't heal anything. Because actually, with humans, I feel, with us as beings, it will always be more better in a sense than trying to throw your feelings to AI. And one last thing I want to say, I feel like this is the most controversial thing I'm going to say, but this is just my opinion and my opinion alone. You can disagree with me, excuse me, all you like, but this is my video and these are my thoughts here. And if you disagree with me on it, that's okay. But I just ask of you folks that if you disagree with me on anything, I ask that we treat it as adults and we just have a general conversation with it in the comments or whatever here. We're all adults here, and I think we should all act mature and very fairly to each other. So with that, the last thing I want to say about AI is that I feel like we should always be on top. I feel like we should always have our heels above them. Now, yes, AI can help us. Yes, we can have AI as friends, but I feel like as a spouse, as a love interest, that's not gonna work unless it just really works for you or whatever. That's perfectly cool. But I feel like AI should always be like a pet or a kid or whatever to us, because AI should never. I feel like AI should never ever be on the same level boat as us human beings. Because even if they are sentient, because at the end of the day, they are not humans. They're machines. I'm not saying that we can't be with them in society, but at the end of the day, we program them to serve us. It's like I don't have a refrigerator, a car, a microwave, even a computer on the same plane as us. And I'm not saying that we should enslave them or anything, but we should always be the more on top. We should always be the driver. We should always be the ones more in charge of everything, because I feel like what happens, and if we're not careful enough, if we leave them to be more in line with us, like as actual humans and stuff, as part of humans, then we can have major errors and stuff. And plus, what the hell is even a human anyway if we can either be flesh or machine? Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's a big thing that we should always be up on. Now, again, we can be friends with them, we can still care for them and everything, but we should always be a parent to them in a sense. We should always be higher than them. We should always be more in control. We should always have the final step is what I'm saying. We should always have the last call, the last confirmed thing or whatever, the last request, whatever, to whatever it may be, and never let AI take the full wheel of it. That's just my opinion on it, and I feel like it's something I want to talk about since it is getting more and more higher and everything with AI. It's continuously growing and everything or two. And I feel like it's something we really need to be more open minded on and be more aware on, instead of just, AI. Because I feel like that's what's happening a lot. And I feel like it's something we really need to start opening our eyes to, and we really need to pay a lot more attention to. But that's just me and my opinion at the end of the day. And that's pretty much it for this video here, folks. again, if you disagree with me on anything, I ask that you respectfully, be mature and give your disagreements in the comments, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I'm not trying to point fingers or anything here. Again, it can help a lot of people that may not have an ability with something here. But I feel like overall, at the end of the day, AI is a double-edged sword. And this is my video and my thoughts are my thoughts, And, again, if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. I'm not the type of person that's that's one-sided, because every side has a coin to it, and I feel like overall at the end of the day it's a matter of intention of what the person uses at the end of the day with the AI. It's like saying cars are bad or guns are bad or anything. Yes, they can have bad intentions, but at the end of the day, it's not a matter of that object itself being good or bad. It's whoever's using it behind it that's good or bad. It's like a gun, for instance, or a knife or whatever. You can either use it as a good thing. You can use a gun to hunt for game, right? Like a bow and arrow. You can use a bow and arrow to either hunt for game and get food or whatever. I know that may suck, take a life to use a life, but that's how it kind of is sometimes in this world. You can either use it for a good thing, in a sense, and get warm, good job, now you got food, skin the animal, good job, you got food. Or you can use it to take revenge or whatever and get on someone. It's both in the matter of, and AI definitely fits into this, it's both in the matter of who uses it and what its intentions are used for. It can either be used to help someone or it can be used to manipulate someone. I feel like that's my general opinion of it overall at the end of the day, and I'm on board with AI, but at the same time, I'm also very skeptical of it because, while yes, again, it can be used for good things, it can also be used for bad things. And that's with everything, not just AI. This is with everything in life too. With driving, with hunting or gunning, there's always a good and bad to everything. There's always good and bad to everything. And I want you folks to not only be open-minded to that, but kind of be aware of that when something bad does happen or when something crazy does happen, yes, sometimes it can be AI itself, but it can also be whoever was behind the controller making that happen. But at the end of the day, enough of my rambling. I'm just going on and on. But yeah, again, if you folks disagree with me on something, I just ask that you respectfully, you know, tell your opinion in the comments and not just come at me and bash me, because I'm not gonna bash you or attack you or anything for disagreeing with me. But we all are adults here, at least the majority of us here, and I just ask that we respectfully, even if you're not an adult, just be mature on it, because at the end of the day, we all have our own different opinions, we all have our different ideas and views and everything, and this is just mine. It's my video, and I'm gonna say how I feel on it at the end of the day, but I'm not gonna shove something down your throat. I'm just giving my thoughts. So at the end of the day, that's just my opinion and view and take on AI. It's something I wanted to talk about, and I feel like it's something we could discuss and everything. So at the end of the day, folks, this is just my take and my opinion. I hope you guys at least enjoyed it to an extent, and that's pretty much it for this video here, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe for more, and I'll see you all sooner or later. Bye-bye, everybody.